back on this thing. Welcome, first of all, to 2026. Okay? Welcome to 2026. But also, welcome to Soul Food Podcast. And we done made it in 2026. You feel me? Okay? All right. So, I'm going to try to get on a consistent schedule. Okay? With it, of course. But, also, some things just gotta be. That's one thing I learned in life. Some things you gotta keep your mouth, hold it. Don't tell the surprise yet, So, but overall, I'm here with another conversation. I'm here with another vent session, as I like to call them now. And, today I'm gonna call this episode Revamping. Yeah. Okay, and from what I seen, it was called something else, but I got to read in the dictionary. Yeah. Y'all know that's my favorite book in the world. And revamp, to give something a new or improved look and feel. And I was like, I like that. And before I dive in for real, let me just say something quick on that. Cause why not? Let me put this out here. Ain't nothing wrong, again, with the life that you live in. And if you living a good life, you like how your life is. You like your little go-to, 1, 2, whatever. Because I feel like I got what I needed to get out. I feel like, the people that are out there watching, I feel like you got a good taste of who I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm a passionate individual, and I'm all for positivity. I'm all for cheering people on. I'm all for if you're happy in your situation, if you love it, you know what I'm saying? That's good. I don't want anybody to ever feel like you gotta make hard decisions. But one thing that I will always stand on and I will always believe is that if there is a situation or if there is a problem and you need that friend to tell you the honest truth, those people that may be going through what the subject is on at that time, I hope that you understand that I was telling you from my standpoint. If I was in those shoes, if I was looking from that perspective, what I would want to hear, the actions, the tips, the direction, some type of something. Ain't nobody saying you got to take it. I mean, I ain't putting no gun to your head, but I am here for that person, to be that person that walk up, to be that person. I just read Job yesterday. I know I'm going in, y'all. But I read Job where Zophar was talking to him. And when I looked him up, it said something about dogmatic. I looked up his name. That's what it was. And I was like, dogmatic? What is that? And it was like that person that, says something to you, but you can't even argue with it because you know it's true. That. I'm that friend. I hope so. It's just I'm just letting you know. But I also hope that I am that person to let you know that even if you need a shoulder, even on them sad moments, the ones that were really about mourning and whatever, even in that moment, I hope I gave you good advice. I hope I taught you, and even my future self, if I ever need them moments, to just be like, I'm going to be okay. Boom. And that's how I just want to start this journey off with this first episode of 2026. And it's my birthday, so shout out to me. So it's just it's my birthday. I can rant if I want to. Yeah, if I want to. All day if I want to. 'cause you can turn me off if you don't want to. For real. So anyways, what's up? Welcome to Soul Food in 2026. Anyways, so yeah, I can be heavy, but I can help you fly high. I weigh your heart down, but lift your spirit to the sky. What am I? Emotional baggage. And let's talk about it. So, yeah, today we going to be diving in about personal and spiritual restoration. AKA, we revamping this. We going to get into it. We bringing it back to life, baby. We bringing it back to life. And I don't even know. Like, y'all know how I get. Like, I ain't did this in a minute. You know, right now I'm really just preparing for my week right now. And I'm just like, if I could really tell y'all how I feel about life. Now, before I say anything, I know that in this time of the year, people just be talking at me. Because I was entertaining it. It's 2026. What show goal gonna be? Put it in the comments, okay? My thing is, I was walked in the door with an opportunity. You feel what I'm saying? Even if it's you walked in the door with something new. Maybe you don't even have nothing you new yet that you see coming. Or maybe you just applied for something and you kind of waiting on that email, that call, that like something's coming for you, something. You don't even have to deal with work, just whatever you just pops in your head, something's coming for you and you know that. Good or bad, you know? And I just want you to sit with that, like, you know, what if you do get that call? You know, what if that situation really do happen or whatever? You know, what is that truly gonna do for you? Like I feel like if anything, we need to step with intention. That's all I was saying yesterday. Intention. Like what's intentional in my life? Why do I get up every morning? Like, you know, like I do my 1-2 because you know, we gotta do what we gotta do. We gotta do whatever priorities we got in life. We gotta do what we gotta do. Period. But my thing is just like, why are you really stepping every morning, getting up, washing your ass? Like, what is it? Because I heard something today, like, for real, like, I'ma sound like a cliche. I don't know. I don't care. What's up? I just feel like this, like, you know, I don't even want to get into it, but it's just like all this hard work everybody do every day, bragging. This dude was talking to me at the job yesterday. I ain't talking to nobody if they ain't had 30 years of it. Boy, I just turned 30. Like, and I bet I can, if I really read the book, did whatever I could do, I could shit on you, my nigga, but it don't even matter. It don't even matter about that. You know, listen to you. You've been in the game for 25 years doing whatever you do. And you over here talking about can't nobody talk to you if they doing 5 more years than you. You could be better than the dude doing 5 years more than you. Because you know got the schooling, the education, the whatever. But you over here like, who want to work with you? I don't want to work with you. I don't even want you to teach me. You ain't even going to be teaching me for real. Because you too busy bragging. Like, it's just like, man, I don't know, y'all. I don't even know. I really just went in for 10 minutes or whatever. Like, but, like, it's just, like, intentional. Like I heard this man bragging every perspective of the conversations he had going on while he was in my presence. And I'm just like, man, this a cocky son of a bitch. He better know what he doing. Because he is downplaying people and they not even peeping it. But I'm also seeing, like, they not peeping it because it shows that they really didn't need this man in their life. But he really talking. He talking high mess. Like, he's spilling tea. And you over here cleaning it up. Hey, man, how you doing, man? Oh, yeah, man. Yeah. Like, y'all got this man tooting his horn. For real, for real. But that's because he know what he do. Like, he know when he wake up this morning, money on the phone. Something going on. Like, for real. Like, he know. He know why he's stepping. I guess I can respect that. But still, calm down. Okay, for real. First question I got though, y'all. Okay, so what does personal restoration mean to you? And what I got down is acknowledge personal and spiritual restoration acknowledges past issues, deepen faith through prayer and scripture, and adopt healthy lifestyle changes. So first, let's get on these. Let's acknowledge the past issues. Acknowledging past issues involves recognizing and accepting the challenges you faced in your life. So what I wrote in here was, first of all, a moment in my life where I really just was like, I asked one of my family members, like, or told them, like, I was just like, I don't know who I am. And they were like, what do you mean? Like, I'm like, I feel lost. Like, I just don't know. Like, and I was asking them, like, who am I? Like, when you think of me, who am I? But I also remember thinking to myself, like, how am I asking somebody else, who am I? like that don't even make sense to me. I don't know, like I feel like I lost myself because I was so involved in everything else. Let me think for a second. Like, the moment of time where I feel like I really truly knew who I was just like my early 20s. Like, I feel like I really was getting to know who I was in that point in time. Me being so hit and miss, being just to myself too much. Like, I was like, I need to be out. I need to be doing stuff. Like, I need to mingle. Because I'm very to myself, you know. But also, that's when social media was so slowly coming up and, you know, networking was becoming a thing. Like, you know, people, like, I feel like me in my early 20s, what was that? 2015. So, like, I'm just kind of getting out of high school. I'm in college. The most networking I'm doing is like that. Like, Instagram wasn't Instagram like right now. Like, Instagram was still kind of like in the city type thing, like, you know. But when Instagram started popping, like, that's when it was just like, okay, like, networking is now a whole big thing. Like, invites, getting to know people, talking to people. Like, it was really getting into those situations and just, you know, getting on my shell, because it's just like, I met some people, but I was also maybe intimidated a little bit, just like, you know, because me, I love, first of all, making content, but one thing about it, the urge to just be as rapid as, like, it's just like, you know, like right now, I would love, and shout out to anybody that wants to, I would love to have a guest on, and, you know, I've been working on the scenes to get more guests to just, you know, vent. And it ain't even got to be like an interview. Like, check out in the description box so you can tap in, so you can be on Soul Food Podcast. Let's talk, let's chat, let's get things out, conversation started. One big problem that I had when it came to just getting things done was not putting my goals first. Like, I wanted to do a lot of things that I didn't do. And I still have things in the back of my mind that I really want to get into. But it's showing up for myself. That's the biggest thing. Am I going to show up for Taylor today? You know? It's just like being there for your child, you know? That's no question. I mean, unless it's a question, but for me, it's no question. But you know what I'm saying? I'm going to be there. I don't care. You know? I don't care because I feel like that is important. Like, it's for my child. I put them in this. So when it's time to show, I'm going to be there so I can tell and show and videotape and have that moment, hug, and celebrate my child. Like, I don't know. But it's like, but when it come down to me, are you going to hug and celebrate and clap and yes and take pictures and for yourself? Are you going to do that for you, Taylor? I think you need to, because like, if anything, that's what I want to do. And I don't want to feel bad for it. And I'm not going to feel bad for that because, you know, I deserve to have that, you know. The day of my graduation, I feel like I told this story, but I feel like I didn't. I just went. I literally just went because I was that much in disbelief that I was graduating. But I got dressed, I did my hair, even though I had to take it down because my bun was too high for my hat. That's how in disbelief I was. I'm just like, what? But, you know, it was a boost for me personally, for nobody else. Because I got myself into it, and when I got that chance to finish, I was just like, all right, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. And I did it. And that's all I needed for me, to show me, like, no matter what people say, I'm still going to do what I got to do to get through this since I'm paying for it. And it felt good. But now it challenges me to kind of like really walk through the next door with intention. Like, okay, I'm really here for something and I'm going to make something out of this. That's what I want this year. In my past, I felt like I people please. And even with family, people pleasing. You know? But I got away from saying it earlier. But the video that I heard today, and I hear this all the time, sweeping under a rug, but it's true. If something is just pulling and tugging at me, and I believe in it. I see what could happen. I'm willing to take that jump. I'm willing to have the faith to do it and walk that way. Why isn't anybody else's situation? Because if you had a situation where you was like, I'm not going to be a janitor no more, bro. I'm going to the NBA. You believe in that, Ted? I believe, bruh. Do it, bro. Like, that's what you believe. Even if you think Ted is crazy. like, bruh, keep mobbing, bro. Like, nah, Ted said he gonna be in the NBA because guess what? A year or two later, you gonna see him dunking at the game. What? That's it. Yeah. You don't know what he got going on and who he know and what's you know? You know? Because I heard that message today and I felt that in my spirit. I'm just like, since people just acting up and doing whatever they please in a minute. Like, because I'm just saying, though. Like, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Like, why not? Why not go after what you believe is good for you? It may not be good for everybody else, but that you got the plan, cool. You got the money, cool. Then what? But sometimes, what we gonna walk in 2026 with? Shanam. 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 Shut it up. It ain't even about people being happy for you. I don't even think it's that. I don't even think it's that they not happy. It's just like a person will throw on some blinders real quick. I don't see nothing. I don't see how that's gonna happen. I don't like, okay. It wasn't for them to know. That's between you and God. You do that. You go do that. You believe that you're gonna go to the NBA TED. Don't even tell whoever about that. Just go. You know? Just go. And don't be hateful about it. Don't be cocky with it. Like, dude that I was telling you about that know how to do his job and talk about it. Can't nobody tell me. Somebody gonna tell you one day. You need to humble yourself. Because you could be this person's teacher. That could tell you something one day. Could teach you something that you didn't know all these years. You know? Like, but you so up there, like by yourself, not listening to nobody. Can't even listen to nobody. That's why you so loud. You can't even listen to nobody. You just so in the clouds. You need to humble yourself and realize, like, bro, you know? So first of all, let's get into these tips. Let me tell you what we about to do. Okay? We first gonna write it down and make it plain this year. We gonna write it down and make it plain. What do you want? Just put it in the comments. No, but for real. Put it in the comments. What do you want? For real. What do you want? That would just plant the seed for 10 years from now. You know? One day this year, I'm investing. I'm not telling y'all what I'm investing in, but I'm investing. And that's all that need to be said. And that's all that need to be done. You know? That's gonna take us where we need to go. Okay? Y'all need to go and invest too. Shoot. For real. Hear me when I say. Hear me when I say. If you don't invest, if you ain't got no loan, not no loan. If you ain't got your money in something that's growing out money, you tripping, dog. Go invest your money. Instead of just spending it, go invest. I'm telling you. Ooh, and y'all should definitely, I get it from this movie. This is my favorite movie. It's called A Legal Tender. Yes, it's a little wild, but that's a good movie. But it was just like, when I finally grew up and understood what that movie was about, it was like, dang, she really held it down. You'll see who I'm talking about if you really tap in, but like, she really held it down. And That taught me something. Listen. Invest in 2020. Not in 27. You can still, but it should be the next seed. You feel what I'm saying? Start now. Let's go. Anyways. Okay, so start that journal. Write it down and make it plain. Period. Okay. The next one, if needed, and ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with this. Talk it out, especially our men. We love you, black men. We love you, white men. We love you, men. Okay? But I'm talking to my black men. We love y'all. Damn, okay? Because I really be feeling for y'all, okay? And to the women that really be feeling for y'all, the ones that feel me, the ones that figure down me, the ones that see these men as hurt, go talk to somebody, baby. Fuck all that other, I ain't got no feelings. No, go talk, boo. Damn. I'm worried about you. Like, go talk to somebody. Okay? Go get a hug. Okay? Okay? Please. We love y'all. Like, please. It's time to change. We see that y'all is hurt. I see it. Okay? Go talk to somebody. Go have them needed conversations. You know? And yes, you gonna get confronted. Find a therapist that you comfortable with. You know what I'm saying? Find somebody that you comfortable with. Who makes you feel comfortable? Was it your grandma? Was it your granny? Was it your granny that was the one that you could talk to about anything? Was it your mama? Was it your aunt? Was it your sister? Find that same type of vibe and go talk to somebody, please. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Like, cry, let it out, speak your mind. Say it with your chest. Like, it is okay. It is okay. That's all I gotta say. I'm sorry, but like, I do not like to see I do not like to see them when they hurt. And when I could just see it, like, I'm just like, you just sad out here. Little baby need a hug. Like, y'all don't see that on him? Y'all don't see that? That's my problem. Because I be seeing it and I don't like it. Like, So, yeah, go on to therapy. They're going to hold you accountable at the end of the day. But you need to let that stuff off your chest. You need to tell them secrets to somebody. Somebody that you ain't got to tell it all on the first day. But goddamn it, if it feel good, go to the session. Let it all out. Let it out. Because you got to. It's going to make you feel better. It's going to make you feel better. And when people talk about, remember, you still got a choice. You ain't got to take things and do whatever, and you ain't this and that. Maybe you, but I'm just saying, at the end of the day, overall, what it comes down to and equals to and what further assistance may be needed, if you feel like you need to let something off your chest, go talk to somebody that's going to listen to you, that's going to make sure that your feelings are valid, tell you that your feelings are valid, but also hold you accountable for how you bleeding out now. That's what happens when it comes to emotions. Things, you do something, somebody gonna feel some type of way. And you gotta be ready for how they gonna return that. But also take accountability for what you said. Like, or what you did. Period. So, and then I also got on here, talk openly with someone you trust about your experiences. A part of talking to my therapist or whomever I trusted with my feelings or vulnerabilities, I had to be honest on my part and what was going on, period. I had to. You know, when I had issues going on, yeah, hell yeah, I was definitely valid for what I was saying. Valid on my feelings. But that didn't mean that I had to yell back at them or call them out their name or, you know, go back and forth. eventually I had to learn, especially talking to my therapist, to not give certain energy. I had to take accountability. If I'm to the point of having a conversation and I feel like I can't get my word out because I'm being yelled at, or I just don't have the right attitude for it, or I still feel some type of way, kindly just say, I'm not ready for this conversation. And when I get myself together, I'll be ready to talk. That does not mean that I gotta engage because, no, I want to talk right now. I said, when I'm ready to talk, I will talk. But I'm not ready to talk because I know I'm going to say something that I'm not ready to say. That don't mean I don't want to talk. I just know where it could go right now. And I'm not willing to do that. I'm willing to hear you, but not right now. And that's fine. That's fine. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I respect that, if anything. Because it's just like, because if I talk to you and I tell you I'm already upset, now we get arguing, and I call you up. Now it's, oh, you did that? Oh, you calling out my name? I already told you I wouldn't. Now you pissing me off. Now things worse. Like, it's just like, take this as an opportunity to get your words right. Why you so eager to talk? What you want to get up off your chest? Is it important? How do you know what you even want to say to me? Sometimes just take it as a because we all been there. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I'm just saying, like, we all done been there. We all done wanting to jump into a situation where we wanted to get things off our chest and da-da-da-da. But that's also why we got to have good company that's going to hold us accountable and tell them, like, now I get that you don't want to talk, but, eventually you do need to talk about this. Somebody that's going to give you that. Or on the other side, just like, for the fellas, if it's dude, I'm going to talk to his girl. And he like, bro, all right. Respectfully, you got to respect that. Like, at least she letting you know that she don't want to talk. Give her some time. Whatever you got to say, just, like, what is it? What do you got to say? Like, find people that's really going to talk to you. Versus like, yeah, no, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? She probably fucking with somebody. Like, causing drama. Talking mess. Don't even know what they talking about. Like, no. So, yeah. Talk to somebody you trust. And if that's your therapist, talk to your therapist. Don't blow up their line. Send them an email and let them get to it when they need to. I'm not perfect. Please know. Okay? I live my life and I go through things, and it may not be crazy. It may not be what Sheila go through or Leanne or whoever. You know what I'm saying? My experiences are not everybody's experiences. When I go through struggling moments, when I go through doubts, when I feel disconnected, I definitely have moments where I feel like I want to freak out. I want to just cry, But, I really just, I really had to learn. I had to learn. Because I went through a lot of things that changed my perspective, And I also want to sit here and take accountability that, I don't know. It was just a lot going on. Like, I was always around noise. That's all I can sit here and think about. Like that, like I'm sorry if I'm just like, but I'm just really trying to picture like where was I? And I was just everywhere, helping people, kicking it, like trying to live life, trying to find a place to just dip off and, even my first home didn't feel like home, you know? I mean, it did after a while. Like, where I'm at now, I feel like tried to happen in that time of my first apartment. Like, I truly feel like I was trying to heal back then. Like, and, but what I'm basically saying is I put my trust in people, places, and things back then. But now, after really going through things and seeing how things turned out up till now, it's just like, ain't no other. Ain't nobody else, bro. Ain't nobody else. So, and I just felt like I was just pleasing everybody. I didn't take the time to really like even then, back then, it was just like when I had my first apartment, after I kind of stopped letting people come over, because I was kind of ducked off a little bit. So when I stopped letting people come over, letting them be the pit stop or whatever, I don't know, not the pit stop, but it was just like, I don't know. I don't mind having company because I don't mind hosting people. I don't mind doing that. Like, we're just having the company. So, friends would be over, whatever. We kicking it, chilling. But I feel like I was never alone. And then when I was alone, I didn't want to be alone. I would go out. I would go to the hookah bar. I would and just be kicking it, just be out. I'd be Ubering. I'd be just like doing other things because I just couldn't sit down. I couldn't get comfortable. I couldn't just be with myself, kind of. It was just like I should be doing something else. When I feel like, when I think about it, I had everything I needed. I didn't need to do all that. I mean, I was free to do it, but I didn't need to do it because, honestly, there were so many other opportunities that I was afraid of taking. I could have been doing that. And I missed a lot of opportunities because of my fear of showing people who I am. I was afraid to show the people who I am that wanted me to be there. Like in rooms that I was invited to, but I felt intimidated because they're looking for this high energy girl. And, with me, I could be high energy. And I'm not saying I can't be high energy with people, but it's just like, I don't know. It was the fact of people seeing me on social media and they expect that. Like anybody, oh, be that girl you was last Friday. Like, like, I always want to just be me. So it's just like me when I first started off, I'm really chill. But, when I'm on here and I'm comfortable, talking to the camera, knowing that this is going to be content, like I'm actually talking to somebody, like I'm talking to a friend, talking to a group of people, talking, you know, it's gonna be different. I just always want to make sure my interaction is always real. Like, you know, yeah, that's me, but this is also me too. Like, I always wanted to make sure that um whatever I do now, because I feel like it all started for me, especially on the social media side, when I seen a video that basically was talking about, who do you want people to see you as on social media? Like, what does your social media truly say about you? And I went on my social media page and I looked at it and I was like, yeah, I see what my social media says about me. Like, you know, at the time, I think that's when I was like first doing my Tay Talks on there, like in 2017. And I'm just like, okay, like I see what I'm doing. Like, I'm ranting, I'm letting things off my chest and it feels good. But I'm also being goofy. Like, you know, I'm just talking mess. I'm talking about, you know, relationship stuff and whatever. But I'm not that cliche either. I'm actually really smart. Like, you know, I can really have conversations. Like, I love having conversations. Like, you know, I love listening to other people and learning new things and just really talking about the perspective of it, especially if I'm just learning it. Like, okay, like, I never knew about that. Like, okay, well, tell me about it. Like, I'm interested. I want to know the history of what it's about. Why are they doing that? Like I wanna know. You know, that's me. And even on this journey, when it comes to God, like, you know, like, the most I would realistically say is that I have read all the way through Genesis and Job. Job is my favorite, hands down. Oh, and Ruth. I read through Ruth and Esther. But, well, I had to reread Ruth recently. I like that. Hey, I like that story. Because it was like, I just love, y'all. I always have to go deep with it, though. It's just like the message be so loud. And then I gotta find a Bible sticker. Like, we about to get into that in the group. Okay? Because, like, for one, y'all, I'm gonna still edit because I know I be pausing a lot, but this is what y'all gonna get until what's the name. And I think I'm gonna put the guest on Patreon because I think a little bit people just they want their privacy if they're gonna tell their story, and I'm gonna give my guests that. So check that out. I'm definitely gonna be coming out with some type of flyer about guests very soon. Check me out. Tap in, please. Okay? What was I saying? Oh, but yes, the Book of Ruth is really good. Like, because I had to understand it, you know? I had to understand it because it was pretty much everywhere. I was listening to Genesis when I was Ubering one day, and it was on the part where God asked Abraham to give him his son. And, you know, I'm just sitting there like, because it was dead silent. I thought the whole thing went off. No. When I heard that, I'm like, God, you talking to me? And then, you know, in that same part, me and Abram was shocked. Like, what you say, God? Like, for real? Like, and it was just like, you know, ever since then, it's just like, shoot, if I'm going to teach something, I got to learn it for myself. And that's another thing, too. Like I always say, like, my great-grandparents introduced me to God. And my family, period, we all went to church and stuff like that. Probably not as much. And sad to say, I don't have a church home, but I mean, I listen to it on the internet. But I would love community, you know, trying to find it, you know, around the city. But it's just like, you know, one thing for sure, just getting into it is great. That's where I feel like I just need to do is find community for real and just really get into it, because I always love church. I always love talking about God, and I always enjoyed the stories, especially because that was me and my grandmother's bonding time. Like, I remember this lady taking me, oh my God, that is a throwback. Now it's a freaking plasma center. Very disrespectful. But the plasma center used to be a beautiful bookstore when I was a kid. A beautiful bookstore. Shoot, I even had a dance recital in that bookstore. That bookstore, they was doing it in there. They was doing it. And y'all should have invested in them books so the children can have the books. But I digress. My grandmother took me to that bookstore, and she was serious. She got me the cleanest book, the cleanest little children's Bible. And every time I did my homework, she would send me to the dining room, and we would sit there and read Adam and Eve. Like, we read it, like, I'm hearing like a couple of times, like 5 times. And I'm like, okay, can we get to the next story? And then we got to Cain and Abel and Noah's Ark and stuff. But I always enjoyed, especially the movies. Like, I always had, like, a knowing of him. But I feel like now, and especially with my son in my life, you know, I talk about him more. And I'm glad I do, because he talk about him, you know. He talk about him. And that's good. Like, that's good, because at the end of the day, like, for real, I feel like the only reason, again, why I didn't talk about him a lot is, whoo, thank you. Because, you know, growing up, hearing people say, like, you believe in God, it's like I had to catch myself. But, you know, people say it as if he's Casper or something. You know, he not Casper the friendly ghost. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, but he's a spirit, yes. Like, and do I believe in it? Yes. Like, I definitely do. I believe in all that. Like, I believe, you know. And I ain't got to sit here and explain to y'all all of my experiences. But I can sit here and confidently say on camera, only on camera, I believe all of that. Yes, I do. I do believe. And everything I read through Genesis as an adult, I believe all of that. All of that is true. All of y'all should read it. I tell y'all, man, it brought so much clarity. Oh my God, and I just asked him about clarity today. But it does. It brings you so much clarity about situations and like understanding and just trusting that things are just going to work out, and things are already working out because it's in his hands. It's in his hands, like, it's just like, I don't know, like, it's just in his hands, y'all. It's in his hands. Ain't nothing else to worry about. It's literally in his hands. And then another thing too, like, I don't talk about it a lot. And I know I was being silly, but for real. I have made a secret place that I can always get to. And when I'm in that place, I really take it all in. And I really just like talk to him and go in and just cry it out. And, you know, I feel like that is needed, to have that place where, you know, like, even if you believe, even if you think, don't believe it. Even if you think for a little second that he's not with you, he's always with you. God, I'm talking about God. And even if you just have to believe that in this place that you know that you can go to and talk to him in, go to that place often. I've seen so many prayers being answered, you know? And I'm not saying like, oh, I prayed for a Lamborghini and it came yesterday. Came yesterday and it came tomorrow. Like, I'm not talking about prayers like that. Like, I'm talking about, like, you know, and even if that did happen, you know, whatever, it happened in its own way for you. I'm just talking about, like, situations like that. Like, you know, I prayed for something last year and I'm finally seeing it this year type of feeling. I prayed for that person, and when I seen them again, they didn't look like they were hurting. They look like they're actually doing good for themselves, you know, type of prayers. Praying and just seeing them confirmations for yourself, even if you don't announce it to the world. It's the fact that when you seen that, you like, dang, man, you real. Like, not even that you real, but it's just like, look at you. Look at you. I don't even have to witness what you doing, but you done put me in this place to see this person. You done put me in this place to be here at this time. You done did that. And look at that. Man, it's amazing. I'm telling you. Like, it's amazing. So I just encourage everybody to just, like, make some time out and find that place. Find that place where you're by yourself and you're talking to God. Go to Barnes and Noble. Okay, let me show y'all my little Barnes and Noble Bible. Okay, I was in Barnes and Noble. I need to go back there. Lost some of my books. Or my cousin, if you ever watch this, send me my books. But yeah, my Bible. It's a little not colored in. We gonna get into it though. Oh, this one I first probably got it. Trying to do something. Exodus 20. I don't know, but I want y'all to go get a Bible. I want y'all to make you guys a secret place. Okay? Create that secret place and know that is where you and God meet and y'all have conversations. Can't nobody touch it. Your phone don't do not disturb. You and God, y'all locked in. We locked in, twin. And y'all sit there and you have a conversation. Okay? And you tell or ask him, let it out. I don't know. I can't, whatever you and God talk about. Okay? He gonna answer. Okay? And you gonna open this book up to Ezra 4, 5. That's where I'm at. But I'm just saying, like, and you just open up the book and you just read and see what he's talking about and ask him. Look up these words, look up the names, look up everything. Just do it. You know, I wish I can get more into it, and I am going to get more into it because I got to. I need to make more time. I need to balance myself. I need to prioritize me and God's relationship versus everybody else. Love everybody. Love y'all. But as I learned in 2025, okay, I seen and heard and felt it and said what I had to say. We in a whole new year. And now what I am going to do is, since I already lived it, now I'm stepping for Tae. I'm stepping for me. I can, but I'm sticking to the priority list. God, myself, my child, my parents, family and friends. That's it. Everything else is after that as well. Like, you know, whatever is a priority. But okay, so let's get into this viewer question of the week. Okay, so the viewer question of the week is, who in your life can help you stay accountable for the small goals for your personal or spiritual growth? I know, I'm still thinking. Hold on, no, for real. Who is going to hold me accountable? I don't know. I'm thinking my mom, but then again, no. I'm really thinking, like, who is going to, like, if I told them that, like, a goal I really have, and I'm hearing, like, have you done that yet? Like, I don't think I have that. I think that's just me. Like, truly. Like, I don't have, like, I do have people that do that, but it comes with shade. I'm gonna be honest, it do. It comes with shade, like, oh, you did your little podcast yet? You started your episode, like, don't come over here with that shade. Have I done the stuff that I needed to do to get better? No, I haven't. But I'm gonna get to that. Have you done what you needed to do? How that's going for you? Okay, we'll see. We right here at the same. We need to get on it, huh? Yeah. Like, you know, I don't have anybody that's just like, girl, you need to get it together. Get it together, go home and do it. Like, I don't have nobody to do that. But I would love that. I'm gonna speak that. Like, I want that in my life. I want people to be on me about, listen to me, first of all, and even remind me what I said, you know, and just be like, girl, I remember. Are you on it? Like, no, I've been slacking. You need to get on it. Let's get off the phone. Call me when you done recording. Boom. Like, okay. Now it's like, maybe I should record. To just sum it up, acknowledging past issues is crucial for personal and spiritual growth, because recognizing and addressing these challenges, individuals can deepen their faith and develop actions in their steps. So, almost forgot. Taking responsibility not only aids in healing, but also strengthens one's spiritual journey. I like that. So yeah, like, take the responsibility, hold yourself accountable, you know. Like, this year, if I'm a step for me, I'm going to really have to do it. And that doesn't mean that I have to be selfish with my time or mean about it. I really am not being mean about it, and I don't feel like choosing me is mean. If anything, I need to get myself together before I do anything. And respectfully, I mean, I could still schedule people in. Yeah, when I need that time to rest, when I want a little fun, yes, I definitely want to talk to people, hang out, you know, whatever I need to do. However, I also want to have my time where I can work, you know, And that's not much to ask. Like, if I want to just deep dive and work on my craft and get better and get towards a goal, that I could flip this into some stream of income. Just like I heard on this podcast, dang, I can't even think about it. I'm going to put it right here. Dope podcast, very dope podcast. But like he said on the podcast, if God is blessing me, then that means he's going to bless you because we in the same neighborhood or something like that. He blessing me, he going to bless you. So let me work, bro. Let me work, please. So we can get these blessings, so we can get these opportunities, so we can thrive, you know? In the 20s, we was partying, we was cool. Okay? Now it's time to do the work that we not about to sit here and complain about because we in our 30s now. We in our 30s. Cool. Now I'm a little bit more focused. I done did all that. Like, okay, now I'm about to research. Now I'm about to invest in my family. Now I'm about to plant seeds and do what I need to do to not only, for real, maybe the idea is to sit my parent down and me. I don't know. I don't even know. All I know is to just set your family up. Even if it's like I said in the last video, making a family home. Like, I'm telling y'all, like, y'all can take that if y'all want to, but I don't care. That's what I want for me. My family gonna have a family home. I already know what type of home I want. It's solid proof we gonna be good. And I want that home standing on my land, my family's land. It's gonna be WW dotted on that line, boy, for years. I want my family years in that house. I want my picture like this on the wall. Who did? Me. Like, that's what I want. A museum in I want a whole museum in my home. Like, yeah. Everybody picture. Shoot. That's what I want. I want a whole family tree. I see it. Don't. It's already in the plan, and I'm trying to work hard to get there. Okay? What Cardi say? If you ain't you just in the damn way. Okay? For real. Let's get it. So, that's all I'm saying, y'all. Hold up. I went too far. Y'all know how I get, man. I get hype. I don't be playing with you. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Okay? Ooh. And y'all know I got another one. No, this is a good quote. Okay. The quote to take with you today, too, is, you are not a drop in the ocean. You are the entire ocean in a drop. Boom! Oh my God, that is so good. I love that. First of all, I just love that, y'all. I love that. I'm sorry if this is a lot, but how I did my outline, I just love it. I love a good quote. But how I took that is, you are not a drop in the ocean. So I'm picturing like a raindrop about to come into the ocean. Boom. You feel what I'm saying? But that, like, and then when it says you are the entire ocean in a drop, it made me think about like precipitation. Is that the word? Precipitation. You know, it all comes back. Like, you know, the water goes into the air, which makes the clouds make the rain, da, 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 da. So you are exactly what you surround yourself in. That raindrop coming back into the ocean, you are the ocean. This is already you. What you're about to integrate yourself in is already who you are. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you resonate with is already gonna be exactly who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I just went so left. But it's just like, if you attract a person in your life that is a cheater, a finesser, is mean spirited, or kind spirited, or this or that, you know, in some way you are that same thing mirroring yourself. You feel what I'm saying? So until you change, until things change, until, you know, cycles change, you will forever be what you put yourself through, what you integrate yourself with, what you connect to. That will forever be who you are. That's how I take that quote. Also, would love to hear from you guys, your experiences from the different episodes, or your insight on the different episodes. If you use the hashtag Soul Food Podcast, definitely tag me in that. I would love to see you guys in the hashtag. And I also want you guys to go to the description box and, you know, just share with me any different topics that you want me to touch on. And just really introduce yourself as my viewer. Like, who are you? What are you interested in? What do you want to have a conversation about? Let's dive in. Let's talk about it. And I definitely would love to integrate that into the episode so we can talk more and get more insight, get things off our chest, talk about it. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm trying to do better with my community, y'all. But I feel like going in that direction, I would actually understand who is like interested and watching to the end. So, you know, tap in, please. I would love to hear from you. And of course, I also have another form where I'm calling it Listener Spotlight, where people, viewers, can share their stories, you know, and experiences. And with your permission, if you would want me to share your story on the show, I would love to share it, if you wanted to be shared. And also, if you wanted your story posted on our social media page, on my social media, then I would love to post it on there as well, so people can read it and actually, you know, read your experience and what you've been through, and, you know, how you got out of it, or how you're surviving in it. Just in case maybe they've been through the same thing, they need to hear your story. However, if you want to tap into that, definitely tap into that as well too. But yeah, that's it, y'all. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Please hit the notification button. Tap in and know when your girl is posting. Okay. I think that's it. So yes, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Tap in, of course, like I just said. And you guys, I'll see you next week. And remember that you are worthy of love and growth, and that you need to keep on shining no matter what anybody tries to do to dim your light. Turn it back on, okay? Because can't nobody